In Numbers Part 2, we will be covering the characters 7, 8, 9, and 10. So 7, like 5 and 6, is a phonetic loan character, and it borrows its appearance from this character, which means to cut. Now originally this looked like this, which is a picture of 2 bones and a sword, and the explanation for this is that there was 2 bones because they were cut off by the sword, and so this character means cut. Now this part of the character didn't have a standalone meaning, so that was taken to represent 7 because cut had a similar sound to 7. Next we have 8. Now in the last video we seen that numbers were counted with lines up to 4, and 4 would have been used as a standard unit for groups of numbers like we would currently use 5s. And so each of these lines represents 1 4. So this character means 8. It can also mean divide or separate into 2, but usually just means 8. Next we have 9, and 9 is also a phonetic loan character, but it's quite a difficult one. Now the character that it borrowed its appearance from now looks like this, which of course looks nothing like 9, but originally it looked like this, and this is an image of a snake, this part, and a dragon, this part, and they're both worshipping. And this is the name of a Chinese dynasty as well as a Chinese god. And while the snake part had its own character, it was used as the character for snake. This part wasn't used as the character for dragon, so it was taken out and used for the number 9 because it had the same sound as the full character. Finally we have 10. Now 10 was originally just a thick vertical line, and this was supposed to represent 10, like these vertical lines were supposed to represent 10s the way horizontal lines represented single digit numbers. So you would have 20, 30, the same way that we would have 1, 2, and 3. And eventually horizontal lines were added, and this seems to have just been to make it clear that this was a 10, because the same thing happened to the ancient character for 20 and 30. Now these actually technically still exist, but they're never used anymore. If you want to write 20 and 30 in Chinese or Japanese, you write 2, 10, or 3, 10, or so on for 40, 50, 60. But if it's just a teen number, then you don't have to have a 1. You just write 10 and say 6 for 16. An example of a full number with a number on both sides of the 10 would be, say, 42, which is 4, 10, 2. So that's it for this lesson. We covered 7, 8, 9, and 10, and in the next lesson we will be learning day, month, and year, and we'll be able to write dates in Chinese characters.